Americans are angry. And one of the reasons they are angry is that over the last, just give you one fact here, last 52 years, you and I understand, everybody in the world understands, there's been a huge explosion in technology, correct? In any case, an explosion of technology, significant increase in worker productivity. Tell me, how are real inflation accounted for wages been over the last 52 years with all of that increase in worker productivity? In fact, there are studies out there that suggest in real inflation accounted for dollars, wages are actually lower now than they were 52 years ago, okay? And during that same period is a massive transfer of wealth from the bottom 90% to the top 1%. But on average, most people said, I think the situation is worse today than it was 40 years ago. And that is what we got to deal with. What the hell does it mean if your life is not improving?
But I do think that the issue with it being virtually impossible for one person to sustain the entire family these days, that's a giant issue. I think the minimum wage in this country is ridiculous. How do you live off $7? So imagine that's your lunch. So imagine you have to work 3.5 hours just to pay for a sandwich. Imagine how insane that is.
It's insane.
That's insane. Like,
Yeah.
How do you eat? How do you eat dinner? How do you eat lunch?
Joe,
how do you eat breakfast?
I have talked to people who make $10, $12 an hour trying to raise a kid.
Jesus.
That's right.
Yeah.